Minnie's a little quiet on your stream? Okay. What about now? Alright.
Is that better?
That was, yes, Minnie, that was perfect. That was perfect. That sounded like a kid on fucking Xbox Live, like trying not to wake their parents and they're like talking really close into the mic.
I'm just gonna go can you give it down, my parents are trying to sit down.
Stop! No, stop! You're not supposed to... It's not that funny! No! You're not supposed to laugh that hard, okay? No! That was like... It's not that funny! Like, what, you got tears in your eyes?
It's not funny in all caps, dude. Hello, welcome to interacting with MinikoMew. Hello.
Well, yeah, but I thought it was like a haha, not like a...
It fucking sounded perfect on my end. Your mic was like, it was just like perfect, dude.
I'm sorry, I have trauma with like being compared to a prepubescent boy.
You're a girl!
No, there's one time I had to like call. I was trying to get like I needed help with like landscaping or something. I don't remember exactly, but I was calling around and trying to get somebody to come.
On the phone.
Basically, no. Let me explain the whole story. I was calling around trying to get like a quote and somebody to come out and do it, and I happened to have like a cold at the time, so I was very nasally. And I'm calling and like just explaining like everything, and then as soon as I'm done like explaining like, you know, the yard is like this big and like all that blah blah blah, and then as soon as I'm done talking, bro is laughing hysterically and then just goes, "My little boy hangs up on me."
Ooh.
My little boy hangs up on me. I haven't recovered. It's been years. I haven't recovered.
The part that's really fucked up is he waited for you to like explain everything. Like he didn't like cut you off. He was like, I'm gonna let them finish. Like I'm gonna let them like explain the quote and everything. That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. Yeah, that's a lot. No, I understand the trauma now. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Flashback.
Bro, no way, Marge. Do you see that message? I'm in. Let's go. Why is that so funny to me? I don't know why the automod blocked it, but it says you sound like a girl. I think I'm in, guys. Bo, someone just told me I sound like a girl.
What? What? Who fucking said that to you? Like, what do you like? I mean, yeah, but like, what do you like? Is this like, why is it surprising? Like, you know, like, I don't. There's a lot to that.
I think it is a compliment. I think I'm in.
I think, yeah, you know what?
I'm in. Dude, okay.
You're in.
You get a message in your chat though, it just says, you sound like a girl. You know you're in.
Hey, chat. Do I sound? Never mind.
End of flashback.
Yeah.
Also, you know, like, I'm sure you played on, like, Xbox and stuff, so you understand, like, people hate kids and they call them squeakers and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, there'd be so many times I would be kicked. They'd be like, I said no squeakers allowed! And then they just kick me from the party. I'm like, I'm a girl.
Oh, dude, I remember those days.
I'm a girl. Please, I'm a girl.
Guys, I'm a girl. Please, wait. Guys, wait.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, I went through that phase where I tried to join in on something and they're like,
by the way, like past puberty.
Okay. Even now?
Probably. I don't play on Xbox, but I feel like I join the party. There's probably like a good chance they're like, how old are you? Why do you care? Can I just play the game, dude? Like, I don't want to tell you. Have you ever been called a squeaker by a squeaker before?
Probably. When I was a kid, I used to get into fights on Xbox lobbies and stuff with like other kids. They'd be like I used to get like into full-on arguments. They're like, dude, whatever, you're like 10. I'm like, you're like 12! You know?
Yeah, I got called that a lot because I would have the higher pitched voice, and they're like, "Whatever, you're like 7." I'm like, "Sure, okay."
No, I would get heated up.
7 is what you're going to choose. All right.
I would get. Ooh, I would get fucking heated up, dude. I would get them full on yelling matches on Xbox Live. I'd be like, "You're like 2 years older than me. You sound exactly like me." And it'd just be us like screaming at each other in a fucking lobby. Man,
wait, did the
those were the
bozos
fucking
know
days.
about the time that you were like, I don't know.
You want me to tell them that?
Do they know?
I'll tell the story. I don't know. Maybe I told them a lot
Do
of
you want
stories,
them
but
to
I
know?
also forget. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You should tell them. It's funny.
All right. There was a time I was on Xbox Live, and there was a guy I was arguing with in a Halo lobby, and he was like, "Dude, you're so fucking young. I bet you even know what fucking boobs look like." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And so I went over to like my desktop, like the home shared computer for like my entire family, and I just typed in boobs, and then I went to images, and I saw boobs, and I went back and went, "Actually, I have seen boobs, and they're not that big of a deal," because I was trying to be like cool. And I was like, who cares, actually? I have seen boobs. And the guy thought it was fucking hysterical, and I didn't understand why. And then later on, I got in trouble because my mom got on the computer and went to Google to type in something, and one of the search results were boobs. And my mom was like, "What the fuck is this? Who the fuck's been typing in just straight up boobs?" And like, she knew my brothers were probably smart enough not to do that. So she was like, "There's only one answer." And so she was like, "Bo!" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Why are you looking up boobs?" And I was like, "I had to prove this guy wrong on an Xbox that I knew what boobs looked like." And she was like, "Don't ever do that again." She was like, "What's wrong with you?" But I won that argument in my mind. In my mind, I won that. I was like, "Yeah, I've seen boobs. Not a big deal."
In the other guy's mind, he won because he was like, "You probably haven't seen boobs." And then you went AFK and said, "Just Googled them. Not that cool."
That must have been the best day of that guy's life. You know, he's probably at like a party still, and he still tells stories about this. Like, this guy's gonna rediscover me through this story somehow. He's gonna be like, "Yo, it's me, Tom, from fucking Xbox Live. Like, dude, I'm the guy that told you probably didn't know what boobs looked like. It's me, man. How you doing?" Like, you know? Like, but yeah, he definitely won that. I thought I won it. Looking back on it, he definitely got my ass. Because I did go like, and like, I did go AFK from my controller too. So like, I set down my like, I just went, I think I was like, and I think I like set down everything, and then I came back like a minute later and was like, "Actually, I just Googled boobs and they're not that interesting." I was like, "I don't get it. I don't see what the big deal is." Yeah. So, you know, Xbox Live is an experience, you know. I got raised by a guy on Xbox Live.
Yeah, you had a dad.
Yeah, that Xbox Live dad. Shout out to my Xbox Live dad if you're out there. Thanks for everything, buddy.
Aww.
You did good. You did good.
Now your son is a VTuber.
Well, we don't need to tell him that. I don't think he was a big fan of anime.
You're saying your dad wouldn't be proud of you.
You know, I don't know, actually. It would be a real mixed bag. I wouldn't want to tell him immediately. Like, you know what I mean? I'd have to like gauge the conversation. I'd be like, "So, dude, do you like watch any anime?" And I'd have to see if he'd be like, "I don't watch any of that stupid shit." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, same." And then I just wouldn't tell him. Like, you know what I mean? But if he was like, "Yeah, I love anime," I'd be like, "Well, actually, I am anime."
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I am, aren't I?
I am anime.
I am anime. Okay, well, I didn't say it like that. I don't.
You kind of did. You kind of did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. There's no way. I did not.
Anime.
Actually, I am anime. Is how I said. I didn't go. I am.
No, you
anime.
did. No,
like,
you
I
did.
didn't do it. No, I didn't. You're not gonna gaslight me into this.
That's what it sounded like in my headphones. Listen,
In my not in my eyes, bro. No, not for me, bro. I saw different.
Listen, my headphones kind of bad right now. So
you need to get new headphones for real.
I do. They're murdering me.